Hey folks, here OS Reviews. You're watching our video first look and quick review of the GoNovate G9. This is a mini Bluetooth earpiece, which is as small as they come in. It almost reminds me of a mini Bluetooth earbud, except it comes in just one, so it's a mono piece as opposed to stereo buds. Otherwise, it connects using Bluetooth 4.1 onto any smartphone. Android or iOS are both supported. You can use it to play back music, although without a stereo pair, the sound quality here is not going to be as great. However, it does work. It also is of course designed for answering calls, so there is an integrated mic. Despite the fact that it doesn't reach all the way to your mouth, it does a decent job as far as picking up sound, and it does a pretty decent job as far as battery life as well, which is quite impressive. It lasted us roughly 5.5 hours in testing, and it takes about 2 hours to completely charge, which is impressive considering the size of this. It's going to be great for discrete situations if you just want something small to pop in and kind of forget about. If you're traveling, if you're working out, those are all options to consider this. The G9 also pairs up to 2 phones at the same time, which is useful if you have, let's say, a backup phone and you want to answer calls or see if you have calls coming in from both at the same time. So here we have access to an instruction manual. There's also a hardshell carrying case included as part of that value. And on the inside, there is just the G9. We have the black version here, also comes in a white model. So this is the entire earbud. As you can see, it's extremely small. It's quite ergonomic as well as far as the fit and finish. There's a proprietary port actually for charging. It uses a tiny pin, so make sure you don't lose this. Again, it takes about 2 hours to completely charge, and then there are a pair of silicone tips for adjusting the size to get a more comfortable overall fit. So taking this out of this pouch and taking a quick look at the design first, it kind of reminds me of perhaps more studio styled or for more recording artist styled earbuds that you might see in your monitors. So it does have a pretty interesting shape going on. Despite the small size, it does function just like any Bluetooth earphone or headphone, and it has a range of up to 33 feet or 10 meters, which is quite good. As far as sound quality is concerned, there is a slight amount of static in the background, which I think is to be expected from any pair of Bluetooth headphones. Not to mention something so small, but that is there. So this is not going to be perfect for audiophiles, which most Bluetooth adapters won't be, but I still think that the overall quality for the size here is pretty good. The front features access to a power on-off switch, which you can hold for a few seconds to start the pairing mode, and there's a small little LED light on the side there, which will start to illuminate and flash red and blue, which will tell you that pairing has started, and otherwise it's a pretty simple process. It just takes about a few seconds to complete. The sides features access to a little indicator that says that this is for the right ear, and there's also basic info from the company printed down below. As far as the overall fit and finish is concerned, the construction quality is quite good. Despite being made out of plastic, it feels fairly durable. It feels cohesive. It doesn't really make any sounds when you push on it, so it's quite firm. And as far as fitting it into the ears is concerned, it's also quite lightweight, so it doesn't really fall out either. Of course, the fit will depend on the specific adapter that you have on the tip there, but all in all, I found it to be quite comfortable, and it didn't really fall out too easily, which is nice to see. Even if I walked around or jogged or kind of ran, I still felt that the device was securely inserted, so that's nice to see. Otherwise, down below here, there is a tiny little microphone, which is also noise isolating, so it reduces the background sound. Quite important on the G9 Mini, just because the microphone is so far from your mouth where you're talking if you're answering a call, that it really needs this feature in order to make the speech part effective. Otherwise, as far as audio quality is concerned, again, it is quite impressive. This is the charging port, by the way. There is a bit of bass, although it could be punchier. Overall audio quality here is quite clean sounding, and it can get quite loud as well. So if you're playing back some general electronic music, pop music, I think it'll be fine. As far as calls are concerned, they do come out pretty clear. It does kind of depend on the phone that you have as far as reception is concerned, but all in all, it does a decent job as far as being a Bluetooth earpiece. So it's quite discreet, quite comfortable, and that's the most important thing as far as something this small is concerned. It doesn't seem to drop out too easily either, or fall out too easily, which is nice to see. So anyways, this has been a quick video first look and quick review of the GoNovate G9 mini Bluetooth earpiece, possibly one of the smallest in the world. Not as useful for music listening as something like the Dash or the Dot or any pair of Bluetooth enabled earphones that comes in a stereo pair as opposed to just one, but this one also is quite cost effective. It's a lot cheaper as well, at around 25 bucks and under. So you can check out more details about this in our official written review as well as in the links down below, but this has been our video. Thanks for watching here at OS Reviews.